Not sure how people are gonna respond to this one, if at all, but here we go. While most people are seeking the grand old secret for more creativity or finding new ways to encourage creativity in others, bless you if you're those people, not a lot of people that I've seen have been asking the question whose answer has been plaguing me since I first gained consciousness. I want a refund. Is it possible to have too much creativity? Yes. Yes, it is. Aside from the obvious side effects, like an overactive imagination or being stuck in La La Land, as my first grade teacher once said of me, eventually leading to more than a few panic attacks of blowing everything out of proportion to the point where even the slightest chest spasm makes me feel like I'm dying, although that might just be the anxiety talking. Yeah, aside from all that noise, being too creative is a blessing that has a day job of being a curse, and it's being paid by the task, not the hour, if you know what I'm saying. If you were expecting cohesive video essays with a thought-out narrative and hours of research put into it, you've come to the wrong place, buckaroo. It's my channel. I'll rant if I want to, rant if I want to. While those suffering from creativity can usually find a few outlets for their brainwaves to manifest into content, some of us, because I know I'm not the only one, have our creative juice maker cranked up to 11 at all times, so when typically normal things like fatigue, burnout, or an art piece you spend hours on only getting 2 likes happen, the blowout is, or at least feels, much more destructive than it reasonably should be. Now you may be asking, well, how bad could it really be? Aren't you exaggerating just a little bit? Coming from someone who just wrote that last bit on the toilet because I don't want to lose my creative momentum, yeah, it can be a lot worse. Hitting a wall at 3 miles per hour doesn't hurt as much as hitting it at 30 miles per hour. Of course, there is a simple solution to this problem. I could just train myself to schedule out my workday, to take breaks when I need them, and possibly just get a real job. No. Why be reasonable when I could just create 12 whole series of different medias and genres along with 6 fan projects that have also blown up into their own entities that are almost bigger than my original content? Now you also may be asking, wow, Rune, your mom let you have 12 projects? It must be so nice to be able to just switch gears into another project when you get burnt out on the first one. And unto ye I say, I know, right? My mom's the coolest. In all seriousness, the idea of having multiple projects going at the same time is a lot more fun than the reality, especially when things like life happen and your brain is forced to switch to survival mode. Creativity doesn't pay, content does, and content isn't necessarily creative. All in all, I guess what I'm trying to say is having 99% of your brain function dedicated to creativity, not coherence, is a train wreck bound to happen. Funny little side note, while scripting this video, my brain kept imagining it being animated like the cool kids storytime YouTubers, but I know I just want the instant gratification of recording audio, slapping it on top of a speed paint and calling it a day, which is nothing to do with being creative, but it's a whole different issue I'm dealing with. I have a lot of problems and we're gonna monetize the hell out of them, one poorly edited video at a time. I can't think of an intro. Goodbye.